So we started with the basic concepts, that is only our first chapter. So nothing but in this total discussion we have to refer that which act ma? Income Tax Act 1961. Okay. So first point in these basic concepts we discussed about the types of taxes. How many types of taxes we have? Two. One is an direct tax, another one is an indirect tax. If any tax collected on income earned by a person, example salary, business income, etc., and on that if any tax collected, that is called as what ma? Direct tax. So this tax will be collected by whom ma? Central government. So example for direct tax is what ma? Income tax. Next, indirect taxes examples are two. First one ma? GST, second one customs duty. If any tax collected on supply means what must simply sale of goods or services, on that we can collect goods and service tax. This will be collected by whom? Either both central as well as state government can collect the GST. Next, custom duty. If you are doing any export and import of goods and services, on that you are required to pay customs duty. This will be collected by whom? Central government. Next, sir, in order to know about the income tax law, if you read only Income Tax Act 1961 will be sufficient? No. We have to read these all the 5 components or all the 5 sources, then only you can get a complete knowledge about the income tax law. You can get a complete knowledge about what ma? Income tax law. First one, Income Tax Act 1961. Second one, what ma? Income Tax Rules 1962. Third one, Annual Finance Act. Fourth one, Circulars Notification. Fifth one, Case Laws. You have to remember these 5 side headings also. First, we discussed some points about Income Tax Act 1961 in earlier session. What is that ma? Income Tax Act 1961 came into force on which date ma? 1/4/1961 or 1962? 1962. From this day only, Income Tax Act 1961 is applicable in India. Next, it extends whole of India, that means including Jammu and Kashmir. Next, how many sections we have in our act ma? 298 sections. How many schedules ma? So nothing but entire act is classified into schedules. How many schedules ma? 14. Now we need to refer about the second point, that is what ma? Income tax rules. Shall we start Income Tax Rules 1962? Oh, okay. First point I will tell you. Okay. In this year, they released the Income Tax Act 1961. So definitely for implementation of act, some difficulties will be there. So 298 sections they released. So definitely implementation of act is difficult. That's why in the next year they are released that what ma? Income tax rules. Every time. Example, Companies Act 2013. Companies Act related rules will be released in which year ma? Immediately next year 2014. Every act there are rules. Next year automatically they will come up with the what ma? Rules. In the same way, next year they release the what ma? Rules. Now some points only you can understood now, but one by one point we will write it down as a notes also. Now as of now, if you are written okay, but you can keep the some pages as a gap also, then you can continue. Okay, remember, released, that means act, how they are framed ma? In Parliament. Yes sir, they framed this Income Tax Act 1961. Means nothing but who framed this law ma? Central government only. So the Parliament, nothing but central government framed a law. But rules will be framed by whom? Any idea? Same central government? No. Any other answer? Income Tax Department. Okay. Somewhat correct. But on behalf of the Income Tax Department, we have one board ma? That is an, what is that? CBDT. What is that ma? CBDT. Central Board of Full form Central Board of Direct Taxes. Central Board of Direct Taxes. It is only the first and foremost authority in income tax department. What is that, ma? Central Board of Direct Taxes. It is only the first and foremost authority in the income tax department. Shall we write the full form, ma? Yes, you can write along with me. Central Board of Direct Taxes. This authority will issue rules in order to proper administration of act. In order to run the total act properly, administration means what, ma? Running properly. Who are issuing the rules, ma? Central Board of Direct Taxes. It is an MCQ important. Who will issue the rules, ma? Central Board of Direct Taxes will issue the rules for running the act properly. Without rules, we can't run this total act properly. Some provisions or some sections is difficult to implement without getting the help of from rules. If act is there along with the rules also there, then we can run this entire income tax act properly. Okay, ma? Are you done? Right, na? చూపించరు ఒకసారి రాయిరా నోట్స్ లేదా ఏది చూపించు ఒకసారి దెన్ యూ కెన్ రైట్ అప్ టు నో యూ రిటన్ this chapter. Okay, please try to maintain the notes. Day before exam you will refer the entire things from the notes only. Okay, try. So second point also, or third point, shall we refer, ma? What is that? Annual Finance Act. What is that, ma? Annual Finance Act. Annual means yearly or monthly, ma? Yearly. That means every year we have one Finance Act. Every year. Okay. So shall we give the third heading, ma? Yes. What is the third heading, ma? Annual Finance Act. Annual Finance Act. Now, Income Tax Act 1961 framed long ago. In which year, ma? 1/4/1962, that is came into force. Upon that some provisions are there, some sections are there. Can we apply the same sections now? If you apply, na, that leads to misusing only. Okay, on that occasion tax may be 1 rupee, 2 rupee only you are required to pay. Now crores also. So that's why every year we are making the changes to this act by using that what, ma? Annual Finance Act. Now, so now I am writing the some points, ma. First listen, I will give it time to copy also. You have to understood these things. Okay, who can make the changes to that already framed act, ma? Central government or state government? Central government only. Why? Because this law itself framed by whom, ma? Central government in Parliament. So now in order to make the changes to this act also, who can do the changes? Parliament only, nothing but central government. Okay, now who haven't sound knowledge over the Income Tax Act 1961, ma? Example, So central ministers will be there. So someone will take the aviation, someone will take the tourist, someone will take the home ministry, and someone will take the finance ministry. So can you tell me, out of these ministries, who having the sound knowledge about the Income Tax Act 1961? Finance minister. That means Union Finance Minister. Now can you tell me who is on Union Finance Minister, ma? Nirmala Sitharaman. She is only having the sound knowledge about this Income Tax Act. So that's why she only know about the what are the changes needs to made. So she means nothing but what, ma? Entire her team. Not only her, entire her team haven't capable to understood this act and capable to make the changes also. Remember. Now, so can you tell me who's my Union Finance Minister? Whom? Union Finance Minister. Yes. Every year. FM means what, ma? Finance Minister. Every year she needs to, yes, ma, introduce, she needs to introduce finance bill, not act, ma. She needs to introduce the finance bill. Means, sir, proposed changes needs to be made in this act, that all the things drafted in one file, that file only known as what, ma? Finance bill. This year tax rate we have to increase or decrease, or we need to provide some more benefits to that persons, like what are the changes needs to made, that all the things will be, yes sir, drafted in where, ma? Finance bill. Finance bill. Yes. Can you tell me, she needs to introduce, our Union Finance Minister every year introduce this finance bill in both the houses of parliament. Both the houses of parliament. Can you tell me, both the houses means what, ma? Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha. Sir, she isn't just a finance minister. She knows that what are the changes needs to make, but she can't make this act on his own, on her own. Okay, if they want to make this as an act, first needs to get an approval from the both the houses of parliament. That's why she introduced this bill in that which houses, ma? Both the houses of parliament. Next, what will done, ma? Yes, they will take the voting in that both the houses of parliament. So who are saying the yes to this bill, who are saying the no to this bill, they will take the all the MPs concerned. After that only that bill can be converted into what, ma? Act. Bill can be converted into act. So now next point, after getting assent from, after getting assent, assent means what, ma? Consent. Assent means nothing but what, ma? Consent. After getting assent from both the houses of parliament, after getting the assent from both the houses of parliament. Next, ma? Parliament. And last, we need to get an assent from the President of India. Can you tell me now who is the President of India? Draupadi Murmu. So this only assent is enough, or no, we need to get an assent means nothing but we need to get a signature of whom? President of India. Then, yes, ma? Then finance bill converted into what, ma? Then finance bill converted into finance act. Every year we are making the same procedure. That's why this is called as what, ma? Annual Finance Act. Now for our December examinations, for our December 2025 examination, we need to refer Finance Act 2000. Can you tell me any idea, ma? 2024. We need to refer Finance Act 2024 for our which examination ma? December 2025 exams. For our December 2025 exams, which Finance Act we have to read ma? Finance Act 2024. Because of this Finance Act, we haven't changes in the what ma? Existing act. Changes means how this can be called as an changes, I will tell you. So because of this Finance Act, we can get the changes in only direct tax or both the direct tax and indirect taxes ma? Both the direct taxes as well as indirect taxes. Because of this Finance Act, we can get the changes in direct tax laws as well as indirect tax laws. So can you tell me, what do you mean by the change? Sir, hereafter we need to use that word for change as an amendment. What is that ma? Amendment. Yes. Now I am introducing the one word to all of you guys. Yes, what is that? Amendments. Okay. Sir, what are the amendments we can get? Sir, what do you mean by the amendment? First, change. These three types of changes only we have. What is that? Three type of changes. Now I will write it down one by one. Listen. Whatever that existing provision is there, they can remove the what ma? Existing provision. One section is there ma? That section now they can remove from the act. Existing provision they can remove. Or either they can do what ma? Existing provision is there, they can change also some percentage, like 20% is there as now, but they can change it to what ma? 25 also. This is called as what ma? They can add some content to the existing provision. Remove also there, change also there. Next one, add means nothing but we can modify. Okay, good word is for that, modify. Previously 20% tax is there in one section, now they can modify it to what ma? 25 also. Next, they can introduce the what ma? New provision. Yes, I think example I will say, previously we don't have any online games and online bettings 5 years back. Now we have an what ma? Online games and online bettings also. Now we want to tax that income also. Now we want to tax that income also. That's why we can add the what ma? New provision to our Income Tax Act 1961. That's why we can add the what ma? New provision. These are the only things called as an amendment. Because of the Finance Act, every year we can get some existing provision removal, some existing provision modification, some new provisions we can introduce. Are you clear? No. For our December examinations only, this Finance Act 2024 ma. Sir, some of you are going to write your examinations in which year ma? June 2026 also. For you. Yes, for you. Which Finance Act is applicable? Do you have any idea? Finance Act 2025 is applicable. For which exams ma? June 2026. Yes, or December 2026 examinations. Which act is applicable ma? Finance Act 2025 sir. But remember, for your examinations, which act is applicable ma? If you are going to write that examinations in June as well as December 26, this Finance Act is applicable. But in our class, I will always convey these provisions of what ma? Finance Act 24 only. Because you are going to write your examination first in December. Okay. After completion of December exams, I will take the 10 hours and I will give the what are the changes are made from this Finance Act 24 to 25. The changes I will tell you, it will take 5 or 6 hours class. So based on this, you will know about the old provision also and what is a new provision also, you know. So that's why entire class will be as per Finance Act 2024. This will be sufficient for going to write that examinations in December. But if you are going to write your examinations in June, I will tell you what ma amendments related to this Finance Act also within 5 hours class. Okay, I will give you that what are the changes, material also, content also. Don't think about it. First of all, you have to concentrate on the which Finance Act ma Finance Act 2024. This is also passed. This is already last year only itself it is passed. This is also passed. But remember, passed means what ma? Yes, introduced in the both the houses of parliament and getting the assent from the both the houses of parliament and president of India means it is passed. Okay. Now, can you tell me always in our classes we will refer the which Finance Act ma? Finance Act 2024 we will refer. Suppose if you want to write that examinations in June 26, December 26, which Finance Act is applicable ma? Finance Act 2025 is applicable. For this I will tell you the changes also separately. I will give you the separate content. Okay. Are you clear up to now? Now. Next. What is the next content we have to discuss? The circulars or notification. Not arma and isn't best because both the things we have. Circulars and notification. Shall we start ma one by one? Okay. Fourth one. Circulars and notifications. Circulars and notifications. Clear up to now? No. First I will discuss about the circulars. Second I will discuss about the what ma? Notifications. Are you understood ma up to now? Okay. What do you mean by the circular ma? I think ఇంకొక అతను ఉండాలి కదా సిక్క ఓకే what do you mean by the circular in general words ma? Any idea? General words. General words. So circular means passing some information to others. Passing some information to others. We can call it as what ma? Circular. Okay. Example I will tell you. One new section introduced in the act. Okay. As an intelligent Udbhav understood that provision in and out clearly. But the remaining all others in our classroom, so general public also don't know how to understood that provision, how to apply that provision or how to use that provision also we are not able to understood. Only some intelligent fellows are understood that provision. Now, so department having some responsibility to give more examples regarding that application and usage of the provision. They need to explain that provision to that all the public. So how they will explain the total provision to the public ma? By issuing the one circular. By issuing the one circular. Yes. Now I will open the income tax website ma. What is it? Income tax website. Not required for you, just for understanding purposes only I am showing. If any external device is connected to that website, normally that is TV etc., it will not work properly. Okay. This is only our website. Okay. You can see latest updates. Can you see that column of latest updates in this website? Array. Okay. View all. Okay. View all. Please check every day they released some points. So 17th July, I think yesterday na? They released some things. Okay, 11th July also, 4th July also. Yes, they released that many things to that whom public for understanding purpose. Like this only, they can issue the what circulars. They can issue the what circulars to that whom public only, who are required to pay the tax. They need to understood the provisions properly. For that purpose, they can issue the circular. Yes. Okay. I can Google it like recent what circulars by who can issue the circulars? My any idea? CBDT. Whom? CBDT. Okay. So then CBDT issued the circulars. Ayyo. CBDT issued the circulars. These are all the things you can check. Notifications are there, some circulars are there. Easily you can check one by one also. Okay. These are all the things issued by whom? CBDT. So you can check it out and you can download and all the things also. Circulars and what here you can see the word notification. Both the things always combinedly we have to refer. Clear? Now. So based on this understanding, first point, who can issue the circulars? CBDT. CBDT full form? Central Board of Direct Taxes will issue. Yes will issue circulars to clarify why they are issuing the circulars. To clarify doubts over. Yes doubts over provisions. Doubts over what provisions. I have some doubts over some sections, so that's why they are issuing the what the circulars. So definitely by using the circular I can understood that section properly. Now who issued that circulars? CBDT. Now one more doubt. If CBDT issued the circular means who has to follow the circular blindly? No. Example. For salaried income persons, they are issued the circular. For which SSC is salary income. Can you tell me now I have any salary? No. I have a business. You have any salary income? No. You are still in a learning stage. For whom it will be applicable? If the salary income is there, for them only that circular is applicable. Remaining SSC simply can ignore it also. But who needs to blindly follow? Department needs to follow blindly, because the first and the foremost authority in department whom CBDT issued the circular. If CBDT issued the circular, their lower level department needs to apply that circular blindly. But SSC, if that applicable, SSC means whom taxpayer, he can follow it or he can ignore it also, no problem. Are you clear? Yeah. Can you tell me? Now, who needs to follow blindly? Department. Income tax department needs to bind it over on that what circular. Binded over means needs to follow blindly. So coming to that SSC point of view, can you tell me what we can write? If advantages to that SSC, he can follow, otherwise he can ignore. So salaried SSC, this is an advantage and he can use properly, because that is a salary SSC related circular. The remaining all SSCs can ignore. SSC means whom? Taxpayer. Yes. Binded over. Next one, if advantages. If advantage to the. If advantage to the SSC. If advantage to that SSC, he can follow. Otherwise, he can ignore. Clearly? No. circulars over. Next one ma notification point. But who can issue the circular? CBDT. Who can issue the rules ma? CBDT only. Rules issued by the CBDT. Circulars also will issued by the whom ma? CBDT. Next point what ma? Notifications. What do you mean by the notification? Simply I want to notify something to you. One major change is happened in Income Tax Act 1961. One major change in happened in a practical case of income tax. Now we want to give the notifications to the all of you. Please check it out. How many notifications are issued as of NOMA? Notification number 115 bar 2025 means what ma? In this 2025 they issued how many ma? 112 1 oh sorry 112 113 114 115. That means every time whenever there is a necessity they can introduce the what ma? Notifications. They can issue the what ma? Notification. Now here we have two types of notifications ma. To be honest, how many types of notification? Two. First type of notification, notifications related to any idea? Act. Notifications related to Income Tax Act. Next, notifications related to what ma? Rules. Notifications related to rules. Now, notifications related to act, who can issue ma? Act issued by whom ma? In Parliament. Who issued this entire act ma? Central government. So that's why these notifications also issued by whom ma? Central government. There is a logic always ma. Central government will issue. If that is related to act, who can issue ma? Central government. Now if this is related to rules, can you tell me who can issue the notifications ma? Rules issued by whom ma? Rules itself issued by whom ma? CBDT. So that's why these notifications also will issue by the whom ma? CBDT. CBDT will issue. No. In our practical case, I think first notification we can open. Notification number 115 bar 2025. Yes, they are given the some points also. You can't understood any point ma. Next, this notification issued by whom ma? You can see that heading of the notification. Yes, just this pages only. Issued by whom ma? CBDT. These notifications are issued by the whom ma? CBDT. Sorry. Next. Yes, sir. You can see that heading itself, the notifications issued date and issued authority also clearly they will mention. Some notifications issued by the CBDT, some notifications issued by the central government. Clear ma? Now, are you understood ma up to now? Sir, these points are enough to score the marks in your exam. No need to write anything. I think you are okay. Copied Annual Finance Act copied. So rules copied, I think. You can copy from Annual Finance Act. Next one ma circulars and notification within 2 or 3 minutes. Then we can proceed our discussion with the last point. What is that ma? Case laws. I will explain you that beautiful case law here. Just understood and write it down completely. Start writing quickly. Yes, ma. Ma hostler or day scholar? Okay. If you have any doubts, you can ask with me in the class or after class also. In next week, we can plan one sports event. Okay, if you want to participate in cricket or any other, yes, you can give your names with your seniors. Okay, we can go to that open cricket stadium and we can play. Or sir, without playing also, you can come and you can enjoy. Just one day. After that, we need to forget everything and we need to concentrate on our studies only. Unfortunately, on that day, if rain comes now, then as usual, classes on. Okay. Dana, annual finance act related points copying Dana. So next you can write the provisions related to circulars and notifications. So day by day strength will increase. Right? So next week schedule I will intimate you tomorrow. Okay. Huh? So next week schedule I will intimate you tomorrow. That means Sunday there is no classes. Oh, this Sunday there is no class. The next Sundays also there is no class, but exam will be there. Clear? So please copy the notifications part, ma. Next. My video is copied. Next point, that is what mark case loss. Shall we start, ma? Okay. Fifth point is nothing but what mark case loss. Copied all of you. Please try to write quickly. Okay. So last fifth point is nothing but what ma? Case loss. Okay, we can call simply as an case loss. Okay, I will tell you one simple example for understanding this. Okay. Income tax will collect on every income other than which income? Agricultural income. That means you know already agricultural income is not taxable. Now, yes. Soundarya nurseries. One nursery is there in Chennai. Practically happened case ma this one. So Soundarya nurseries is there located in Chennai. So which state ma? Tamil Nadu. So they are engaged in the nursery business. Okay. So now income tax department will be there. Okay. Sir, agriculture means I think you know. What is that ma? So nothing but we need to take one land. So we need to seeding on that land itself, and we need to grow the trees and the plants on the land itself, and we can give the watering and the pesticides etc. So that is generally we can treat as an what ma? Agricultural activity. Out of that, if any yielding and proceedings like cotton, paddy and mirchi is cultivated na? So if you sold that yielding, that is only agricultural income, that is exempt or taxable? Exempt. But here in Saundarya nursery point of view, in any nursery also we are growing the plants on land or packing covers ma? Packing covers. If you see the nursery, you want to purchase the one mango tree, so they will just give within that one plastic block cover. So that means they are growing the trees on land or not on land ma? Not on land. Are you understood? So if you want to purchase anything bulk quantity also, they will give within the tray also. So tray means I think you can purchase the egg tray, within that they can give the some powder, on that only they are growing that all the trees and the plants also. So nothing but here basic operations. What do you mean by the basic operations ma? Seeding, watering, basic operations. Now not carrying on what ma? Land. If that is carrying on land, definitely all of us definitely say this as an what ma? Agricultural income only. But in these Saundarya nurseries or any nursery also, the basic operations means what ma? Seeding, watering and growing, not carried on what ma? Land. Not carrying on land. Now income tax department saying that, sir, this isn't what ma? Agricultural income or non-agricultural income? Non-agricultural income. Because if you are growing all the things on the land, I will also say this is an agricultural income, no need to pay any tax. But department saying that whatever that income you are generating, it is an what ma? Non-agricultural income. Non-agricultural income. But SSC means taxpayer. Whom are here taxpayer? Soundarya nurseries. So they are saying that, yes ma, they are saying this, yes, whatever that income is generated, that income they are arguing as an what ma? It is an agricultural income. So here there is a dispute or not ma? Definitely there is a dispute between the SSC and income tax department. So now who can resolve this dispute ma? Yes sir. Court. Who is that? Court. So they are going to that high court ma? They are going to the high court. So high court, yes, given the judgment. Can you guess what is the judgment given by the high court? High court given the judgment to the case. So who are getting the favorable judgment? Any idea? Who win this case? Okay. Yes, your opinion, Ra. So nothing but yes. Department is saying non-agricultural income, sir. You are required to pay tax. SSC is saying, sir, it is an agricultural income, sir. So agricultural income means that is an exempt, sir, not taxable. So now they are going with the what ma High Court. So can you tell me Madras High Court on that occasion given the judgment to whom favorable? So that means who won that case previously? Soundarya Nursery. Yes. So Soundarya Nurseries only got an favorable judgment. Yes. What is the reason? Here growing of an plants is there, na, that is itself we can treat as an agricultural. Whether the basic operations are carried on that land, not carried on that land, that is an unimportant factor. Growing of any trees or any plants activity is there, na, then directly we can treat that income as an what ma agricultural income. So basic operations carried on that land, not carried on that land. Yes ma, basic operations are carrying on land or what ma not carrying on land also. Yes ma, not carrying on land also, it is okay. So based on this judgment, who got favorable things ma? SSC or department? SSC. Who is an SSC here? Soundarya Nurseries. Based on this case law, in India, all nurseries are not paying tax now. Sir, no need to dispute between that SSC and department because of the what businessman nursery. Sir, in your hometown also or now in Hyderabad also, you can see many nurseries. They are paying tax? No. Why? Based on one landmark judgment. What is a landmark judgment? This is only. Sir, Madras High Court given the judgment in Soundarya Nurseries case law. Based on that, no need to pay any tax. Sir, example, in my village, the many nurseries are there. So, definitely, anytime the nursery owner can come and approach me and he will ask, sir, is there any tax needs to be paid? I will say what more? Not required. This point is not at all mentioned in Income Tax Act also, rules also, circulars also, notifications also, in Annual Finance Act also. But how we can give that point to our clients ma? Based on case laws. That's why case laws reading also important. So that's why these 5 sources reading is important. Last source is what ma? Case laws. So our district court is given the one judgment, sir. Shall we apply that? No. High Court or Supreme Court, if given any judgments, that judgments only we can treat as an what ma? Landmark judgments. Here who are given the judgment ma? High Court, Madras High Court. That's why we can apply this landmark judgment in all cases. No need to go for yes ma High Court again. Already they are given the judgment. We can copy paste the same ruling or judgment in our case also. Are you clear ma? Yes, now I will write it on 2 points ma. Yes, study of case laws. Study of what ma? Case laws. In your final you have this case laws in your syllabus. In intermediate we don't have any case laws ma. Study of case laws, nothing but case laws means what ma? Judgments. Judgments also what ma? Important or unimportant? Yes ma. Judgments also important. Also what ma? Important. Can you tell me the judgments given by district courts and local courts also we have to follow, or only 2 courts ma? Only 2 courts. What are the 2 courts? That is only judgments. Yes ma, given by High Court. High Court means shortcut we can write HC. Supreme Court means SC. Only considered as what ma? Case laws. Only considered as case loss. Are you clear? Okay, what are the five components or what are the five sources of income tax, Lama? First one, Income Tax Act 1961. Second one, Income Tax Rules 1962. Next, Annual Finance Act. Now, what is our main discussion, ma? Finance Act 2024. So next, circulars, notifications. Last one, case laws. Please try to copy. Whether the basic operations are carried on that land or not carried on that land also, it's not at all criteria. Only we have to check the what, ma? Growing activity. Growing activity we is treated as what, ma? Agriculture. I think all are you getting the clarity about this all the things, ra? Done, amma? Department view is nothing but what, ma? Department view is nothing but non-agricultural income. SSE view is nothing but what, ma? Agricultural income. Finally, who got an favorable judgment, ma? SSE only. Clear? Now, done. Next, sir, we are reading the one act that is nothing but Income Tax Act 1961. So first section, knowingly or unknowingly, we know, ma? What is a short title for entire act? What is the short title we have, ma? Income Tax Act 1961. Section 1 is nothing but is talking about the short title. And next one, extent. Can you tell me it is an applicable to whole of India? And the commencement date. Can you tell me what is that commencement date, ma? 1st April 1962. So this is only that first section content. Every act in section 2 we have in what, ma? Definitions. In every act, if you observe that section 2 having the definitions only. Section 3 I will tell you after some time, ma. Section 3 I will tell you after some time. Now I want to start with the section 4. Every section from 1 to 298 sections we need to discuss. Some in inter level, some in final level. Okay, section 1 you know, short title, extent, commencement. Next one was section 2, definition. Section 3 I will tell you tomorrow, but now section 4 I will start. From one person we want to collect income tax. On what basis we can collect income tax, ma? On what basis means nothing, but we haven't one law support also, that's why we can collect. But based on his weight we can collect, based on his color we can collect. How we can collect the income tax from one person? Huh? Income, okay, if one income is there, entire income we can collect it as a tax, huh? How? Some percentage of income we can collect it as a tax. Super. Who said that? Certain percentage of income we can collect it as a tax, you are saying. How? Who saying that? Act. In act, charging section will be there. What is that? Charge. That means we are charging some amount. So that is only section number 4. So without charging section, entire act will be waste. On what basis we can collect the tax? On what percentage basis we can collect the tax? So these all the things we can discuss in which section, ma? Section 4. Without charging section, any act also waste only. Example, I want, okay, GST act is there, customs act is there. So any tax law also always introduce the which section, ma? Charging section. So on what basis we can collect the tax? These are all the things we can discuss in which section, ma? Section 4, charging section. Without this section, we cannot collect the tax from the SSC. Are you clear? Tomorrow I will start with the what, ma? Charging section. If section 4 is done, that basic concept is also done. We can take nearly 5 or 6 classes also in order to explain the charging section. The first chapter is a very important in our entire life. The same concept I will explain in CMA final also, because this is a much important chapter. Okay, tomorrow we can start with the what, ma? Charging section, that is section number 4. Clear? Without this charging section, our entire act drafting is also will be 0 only, not at all use. Okay, now section 3 I will tell you, this is a definition of which year, ma? Previous year. So tomorrow I will tell you the definition of the previous year also, but first I will start with the what, ma? Section 4, that is an charging section. Next I will start with the what, ma? Section 3 also. Okay, we entered into that main discussion, so these are all also important. At any time you can get the differences between direct tax and indirect tax as a theory question, or you can get the sources or components of income tax law as a theory question also. Now hereafter we need to know about the what, ma? Charging section, etc. Very important. No one can absent for the upcoming sessions. If you are absent also, so nothing will happen for me, only for you, and the qualification will differ for 6 months or 1 year or 1.5 years or 2 years also. So please be actively participate in all classes automatically, like your intermediate and 10th exam you can qualify in inter also. So that is an assurance I can give on my paper also. Sir, attendance with the mind is required, sir. Attendance with the body is not required. Okay, attendance with the mind, if you are presented, na, yes, I will sign on one paper also in your first attempt, you are going to clear. Okay, so tomorrow we can continue, thank you.